Let's uncover why this species is so unique on this episode of scitechwave. This tiny animal can withstand the ability to survive the harshest environments and ranges in size from 0.5 to 1.5 millimeters long. The tip of a pencil is 1 millimeter, similar to the size of a dust mite or grain of sand, and visible to the naked eye, smaller than the eraser end of a pencil, which is 5 millimeters long. Meet the tardigrade, also known as the water bear, which looks more like a chubby 8-legged gummy bear. So why are the tardigrades used in scientific research? These microscopic animals are able to survive in a pot of boiling water, the hottest desert, the bottom of the deep sea, freezing temperatures, and the dark vacuum of space, the most extreme environments on Earth. The tardigrades can also withstand high levels of radiation and are the toughest creatures on Earth, with the ability to survive without water for decades, up to 30 years without food or water. Most organisms need water to survive because water allows metabolism to occur, but the tardigrade has the ability to enter a process of anhydribiosis, which is Greek for life without water. This occurs when the tardigrade curls up into a ball, pulling their 8 legs and head inside their bodies, waiting until water returns, which is called the tun state, because it resembles a barrel, and it grows a glass-like protective coating. By going into this state, they then synthesize special molecules, which fills the tardigrade's cells to replace the loss of water by forming a matrix components of cells sensitive to dryness like DNA, proteins, and membranes, now trapped inside the matrix, and keeps the molecules locked in this position and safe from unfolding, breaking, or fusing together. Then, when the organism is rehydrated, the matrix dissolves, resulting in undamaged, functioning cells. If there was a global extinction or an asteroid impact, the tardigrade could potentially survive and thrive in the altered conditions. However, it is unlikely they would dominate the planet since they are limited in their ability to reproduce. However, the tardigrade does have limitations and can easily be killed when they are not in its tun state. They are as fragile as most microscopic animals. For example, if a human happens to eat a tardigrade, the human would survive, but not the tardigrade. The tardigrade cannot survive the trip through the human digestive tract, since our stomach acid would disintegrate the flesh of the tardigrade. When the tardigrade is not in the tun state, its lifespan is only a few months. Tardigrades do not pose a threat to humans, and scientists have not found any evidence that the tardigrade species can spread diseases. There are 1,100 known species of the tardigrade on Earth where they originated, and they live everywhere on every continent, including Antarctica, volcanoes, rainforests, high mountain peaks, and even in common places like in moss, in backyards, and parks. Scientists believe the tardigrades may have been among the first animals to leave the ocean and settle on dry land. Scientists have also subjected tardigrades to many tests of endurance. Japanese researchers froze tardigrades for 30 years before reviving them, and the European Space Agency sent tardigrades into space to see how they would cope with solar radiation, and some actually survived the experiment. The study of tardigrades could help discover how to preserve organs needed for transplants, potentially keeping organs viable for longer than is possible by storing them on ice. Someday, it may be possible to use what we learn from tardigrades to aid victims of stroke or heart attacks by protecting their vital organs from further damage as they await treatment. Scientists believe if they learn more about the tardigrade's ton state and other stresses this species can endure, it will unlock many mysteries on how to stabilize human biological molecules to aid in better vaccines, growing stress-tolerant crops capable of thriving in Earth's changing climate, as well as help technicians working in nuclear power plants to guard against radiation exposure. The further study of the tardigrade's resilience may help astronauts survive on long space flights and their prolonged exposure to outer space and their environmental limits, which may one day lead to how humans can thrive living on other planets. Thanks for watching, and stay safe and well.